When I first picked up the Beretta 80X Cheetah, I loved everything about the gun except the method of operation and the caliber. And to be honest, it took the advice of a friend who put the gun's philosophy of use into perspective to really get my head wrapped around the gun. Because for me, at least when it comes to self-defense handguns, it's 9mm parabellum or bust. Yeah, smaller calibers can and do work to stop threats, but if I'm carrying a gun for the same reason I own a fire extinguisher, I want as much fight-stopping capability as I can feasibly handle and conceal. This means I'm not going to strap a 44 mag revolver to my hip when I go for a jog, but it also means I'm not going to carry a 25 ACP pocket pistol either. This is why I initially scoffed at the 80X's size and caliber. It's not much smaller than a compact 92, while being chambered in a less effective cartridge. And this had me scratching my head as to why someone would choose this gun over something smaller, lighter, and more powerful. So you might have the same questions that I did, so let's take a closer look at the new Beretta 80X Cheetah and delve into exactly what it is, and more importantly, what it's not. The Beretta 80X Cheetah is a semi-automatic, direct blowback, magazine-fed pistol chambered in 380 ACP / 9mm Kurs. The magazines are stagger column and hold an impressive 13+1 rounds of ammunition, and the 80X is a double, single-action handgun with a frame-mounted safety that functions as both a decocker and a safety. On a related note, I really like how small and slim the magazines are. They practically disappear in a pants pocket to the point where a shooter could easily store one in each pocket to have an extra 26 rounds on hand. The double action trigger pull feels about 6 pounds with a lighter 4-pound brake to drop the hammer. But both are extremely shootable, and you'll never miss a target with this gun because of the trigger. The 80X features the same iconic post and notch iron sights as the full-size 9mm Beretta 92 FS, but the rear sight hides an interesting new addition, an optics plate. The original Beretta Cheetah obviously lacked this since compact pistol optics wouldn't be invented for another 25 to 30 years, but that said, much of the gun's design is unchanged from the original 80 series handguns. But that's not necessarily a bad thing. While sure, this does mean the gun is going to be larger and heavier than its contemporary competitors, but does that really mean it's not a viable carry option? Well, no, because it still remains more than just the charm of the original gun. Put simply, if you're a fan of the ergonomics of Beretta's 92 series of handguns, you're gonna love the way this gun feels in your hand. And that's not just for the more obvious reasons either. The 80X's grip isn't just similar to the 92's, it's nearly identical. So much so that with the grip panels removed, the frames on both pistols are the exact same width. This is a tremendous boom for the shootability of the gun, as it easily fills the shooter's hands and gives them an excellent grip on the pistol. But simultaneously, it also makes the gun very difficult to conceal compared to more modern handguns. Just like the spotted big cat the pistol is named after, the new Beretta 80X runs incredibly. I fired nearly 500 rounds of mixed ammunition through the 80X without a single malfunction whatsoever. I primarily used Winchester and Fiocchi full metal jacket, and a few mags of Hornady defensive ammo mixed with 200 rounds of Norma NXD, aka their non-expanding defensive ammo, and accuracy was excellent with the exception of at one point the rear sight plate started to come loose. But truth be told, this was user error because I was interested to see how the interface on the plate actually worked, and I forgot to retighten it to spec. But even without an optic, I was able to run my competition plate rack easily, though obviously not with the same speed I would with a full-sized handgun. Still, compared to other all-steel 380 carry guns like the Walther PPK, this gun is very pleasant to shoot and manipulate overall. But on the other hand, it does have more felt recoil than you would expect from a hefty, compact gun due to its use of direct blowback operation. Though I wanted to note it has substantially less recoil than the PPK. Now, another benefit of its size is how easy it is to reload. The magazine release is very easy to find, but not so large that you'll drop mags on accident, and the slide release is much the same. But given how small its slide is and how the safety partially obstructs the rear serrations on that slide, I would definitely recommend using the slide release over the slingshot technique. So now you know basically what the gun is. What's my verdict? Well, overall, the Beretta 80X Cheetah is a great, reliable, and accurate gun that seems to suffer from an identity crisis. It's too large and heavy to stuff into a pants pocket, and despite being large enough to be chambered in 9mm parabellum, it isn't. And yes, I know that 9mm para is too much for a blowback operation in a compact handgun, but if the engineers had made this gun a single stack 9mm and used the same locked breech, albeit shrunk down, from the full-size 92 FS, it would be my ideal carry gun. One that would have the excellent ergonomics and sexy Italian lines of the M9 in a nice, compact, concealable package. That said, as it stands, it still makes for a fun gun to plink targets with at the range, and something that a new shooter would definitely like because it's large enough and has manual safety that they can build confidence and skills shooting the gun. But with the plethora of smaller, lighter 9mm handguns on the market today, it's a tough sell as a carry gun. Thanks, guys. For AmmolandTV, I'm Jim Grant. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will catch you guys on the flip side.